like you.
Yeah.
15.
We're good?
What can I say?
Okay, we're good.
All right. So first thing we're gonna look over is the treasurer's report. Thing is the treasurer's, it's a finance committee meeting, so I think I have to really compliment the team because you do a really good job. You're very efficient, you're very effective, and I'm super impressed with the actuals in the budget. I mean, we're barely off on a variance, 200,000. That's less than 200,000 is pretty good. And there'll be some adjustments. So I don't see there's going to be any issues with us ending at the end of the year, pretty close to what the budgetary amount was. Do you?
No, I'm actually in the process right now of working with Jonathan Mena on our semi-annual review.
Okay.
And based on the predictions, we're currently $460,000 over 2025 in sales tax earned. So that will be higher. We also have included in the occupancy expenses $50,000 for office renovations. And
Okay.
we didn't spend anywhere near that amount of money. David was very good at negotiating.
You got a new table out of the deal too.
Yeah. We got a table, we got a wall wrap, but it basically cost us nothing to do this renovation. Gillespie did most of it, and
So the carpet we didn't have to pay for?
It was built into the renewal lease.
built into the
So
renewal.
as long as
Okay.
we terminated early, we're in good shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
Yeah, and legal, we really narrowed our budget down a lot because we've reduced, you'll see this, we've reduced a lot of our expenses. We did some policy work.
Yeah.
We've been talking about some eminent domain. So those are expensive legal efforts. So that's why it's a little bit up compared to.
Okay.
Budgeted.
well, and also when you look at this budget, you're looking at only 7/12 of it, not the whole year, so like you're
Correct.
adding an auditing fee. Looks like it's way over budget, but by the end of the year. when the
Yeah, we'll
budget
be
comes
fine.
up, We'll be
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of cash on hand, but we do have some big projects that we're contemplating coming up.
All right, yeah, you got 11 million. That's pretty good. And then the pre-development budget, I think, is healthy. We got a lot of availability there. Okay, my favorite thing. Anything I need to be worried about?
Projects, no,
Yes.
actually, we're doing really good with our projects this year. The stockade and the garage, sometimes when there are our own projects, we have a tendency to find other stuff that we can do and stuff, but we're gonna be pretty much right on budget with those.
Okay.
Yeah, the DRI projects, they're kind of funky where we have to allocate the funds and then we get it reimbursed.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff that will come out that we won't actually spend with that. So definitely in good shape.
Perfect. All right, good to hear. So we have a pilot.
Yes,
Yes.
so unfortunately, David's gonna talk about this one, but when I do the actual resolution, I named it wrong. It's supposed to be approved supplemental finance, not not refinancing, supplemental financing. So I apologize.
Yeah.
So it's
He's gonna go through.
Okay.
What the title
For
for
this project. So we're talking about the towpath project.
Correct.
2021, 22 market rate apartments. It was at a site that sat vacant for many, many years.
Mhm.
The Hudson Partner Development, South of Meltzer and Chris Matalone got over the finish line. It's been great for the north side.
yeah.
They took advantage of the Opportunity Zone program, which was passed by the Trump administration. It was funded through a Enterprise Community Partners. We've worked with them closely on the land bank, and they do a lot of affordable housing work. Typically, what an entity would do if they just had financing is a few years later, they'd want to take equity out, they'd refinance, right?
Okay.
Because this is Opportunity Zone, they can't refinance because it's specific to that fund.
Okay.
You have to take on an additional issuance, additional financing. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to approve the supplemental of funding, a mortgage amount of $2,315,000 with Enterprise. So to approve the supplemental financing, we have to subordinate to the new mortgage. And we just have to make representations that they're in compliance with the lease, which supports the pilot.
Okay.
Typically handled by finance committee. That's why we have it here.
Yep.
We
So
need formal resolution.
I need formal resolution. You're making the motion?
Sure.
Okay. Second, Sharon. All in favor? Aye.
You.
Thank you.
And it's that time of the year again, we're starting our budget prep. So David and I spent some time going over the last few years, just kind of taking a look at things to see where we are with revenue and expenses and where we've done well and so on and so forth. So that's what this memo that you have is summarizing for you.
Okay.
Total income is up 9.6%. Expenses have increased 8.6%. However, you've got health insurance in there, which we know is
Plus retirement.
Right, retirement. But most of our expenses we've been able to decrease. Consulting, resource data, legal. And we've worked really, really hard with downtown parking to get that back in line. I'm sure many of you remember the days where we were supplementing
A lot.
a lot of money for downtown
A
parking.
lot.
And we don't supplement downtown. I mean, we have our expenses that we pay for, but in terms of the actual supplement of
Payroll and all that, yeah.
we don't do that anymore. We've gotten to pretty much, I'd call it a break even.
Okay.
So we've really come a long ways. I did reach out to our health insurance company just to give you a heads up, and it actually came through just before I was coming in here. The requested increases, which will not be the actual increases because we know that they'll knock them down. But their MVP is 19%, Highmark is 10%, and CDPHP is 14%. That's their current request.
19%?
Yes.
Ouch.
So they will actually have the dollar amounts or the actual percentage increases in the dollar amounts until November. But I told them as they get more information, if they could please funnel it our way because we have to have our budget approved in the September, October timeframe. And they did say when you look at these, this is their request. They never get the request. So don't panic when you see that. But I wanted to let you know that's always a big topic of conversation is health insurance. That's what they're looking at right now.
Okay.
Can I spin this now? Put my inner Ray in.
Sure.
I'm really excited about operating. Thanks to Tonya. So the 3 years is really when we've been working together on this, and we spent a lot of time trying to figure out in this high expense environment, inflation environment, how to really refine how we're doing things. And it has been bringing in some more employees, and it just shows that we've been able to turn that around into more productivity. So, really getting down our reliance on consultants. We've been trying to do our best to keep legal down, but we want to make sure we always do it right. But you've seen incredible savings there. So to think that we've only had expenses go up 8.6% when you see what's happened to health insurance, which is an important benefit for our staff. I know it keeps people here, makes them excited. Appreciate your support for that, but we're really excited about that. And then, the downtown parking, it's just the seasonal maintenance. And if you look at our lots, they look terrific. And we have a team that's willing to do everything we asked them to do to help with last. They were spraying lines today. They landscape. They're hiring folks who have, some of them have come through the city mission. So it's actually a workforce training initiative we're doing as well. And it is unbelievably productive. And Tonya really has a lot to do with that. And just on the income side, the parking system increase, we went to the state and they didn't extend it. And we said, okay, it's time to get a more reasonable rate. So, seeing that increase of 21% in the parking system for, renewing some leases, that's going to continue to go up next year when the county moves into the office building there. So this has really, really been good all the time. When you see our loan income has decreased 38% as we've forgiven some loans, gone out of the loan business. So it's been fun to try to, put our own spin on this and appreciate your support.
Really did a really great job. I was wondering, has anything happened with the parking situation as far as the city goes, that they have a different rule than we do?
We're using the same app, Let's Go. And, with any new technology, it's a little bit of a learning curve. We've worked closely with them to just refine, what areas are charged certain where they want 2-hour limit versus when people can park longer. So they made a few changes.
They changed Barrett Street.
I believe they did, yeah. And I think that's been very helpful. So, and at the same time, we have a residential pass now for overnight parking.
Okay.
It's discounted, which has been popular. So I've heard, Nobody likes paid parking. I get it. We also
No,
know
we
if
need
it
it.
wasn't paid parking, there would be no parking spots. So
Correct.
we're trying to do it as efficient as possible and keep it in good shape.
Yeah, we also have people who are bringing people back into the office, like Transfinder, for instance, just, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
they're gonna have people.
I know
coming back.
MVP was bringing people back in too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So,
awesome. Good job. Thank you.
so hopefully we're in good shape.
All
We
right.
just wanted to give you a brief update, on our loans. Tonight at the board meeting, you're gonna see a project come forward for the Stella Pasta Bar. That is one of the loans that we have that's still outstanding. They have not paid since July of 2025. However, as part of their project and as part of their refinancing, the idea is for them to get that all back up to snuff where it needs to be, all current and up to date. So I wanted to mention that to you guys because I knew some of you probably remembered that they weren't paying on their loan. So when you see that project coming through as a board, just let you know that that is in play with the whole project and
I see.
bringing things where it needs to be.
Yeah,
Great.
we're working closely with them. Important building.
Awesome.
Last piece, we have 2 minutes. So you'll see on the last page, our newest team member, Katur Kennedy. It's been at Empire State Development as a project manager for a few of our restore projects, other CFA wins we've had. She's terrific. She loves Schenectady, has lived in Schenectady for some time. She has planning experience, obviously the economic development experience, and has a good education background for us. We're very excited about this. Danielle's been working part-time now. She's focusing on grant administration. She's doing a terrific job there, making it work around her family needs. So, we got a good team here and we're just want to make sure everyone knew about the new hire. She'll be here at the end of August.
Okay. Awesome. Anything else I need to bring up?
Anybody have any questions, concerns? No?
All right, I need a motion to adjourn. Sharon, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we got 1 minute.
Thank you very